tired for the evening.
He was drugged.
To the lounge for tea. And then Jacqueline de Belfort arrived.
Waiter, a drink, a double gin.
To revenge.
To revenge?
I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Are you coming, darling?
That I'd kill you sooner than see you go to another woman.
Oh, Jacqueline, you might need therapy.
You belong to me. I'll shoot you like a dog. Like the dirty dog you are.
Oh, shut up.
Well, this is the best I can do. You've been brave. I'm going to give you something to help you sleep.
Hopefully it doesn't get infected and you don't lose the leg.
What should we do about your wife?
She needn't know till the morning. You mustn't blame Jackie.
Did you see or hear anything that could be useful to us?
No. Naturally, if I had been unable to sleep, if I had mounted the stairs, then perhaps I might have seen this assassin, this monster, enter or leave Madame's cabin. But as it is...
Excuse me, Mr. Poirot. I should like to see Jackie.
No.
Would you mind if I asked you to bring her here? It's kind of you to come.
Simon, I didn't kill Lynette. You know I didn't. I was out of my mind last
really?
night.
You didn't know it had been stolen?
No? Why?
I know there was a fake necklace in the hollow book that was sent to you.
You know, do you? Where's the proof?
The message that talks about a defective shipment, which matches the fake necklace with a flawed copy.
There we go. Got it open. And the pearl necklace.
There it is at last. The pearl necklace. So Tim Allerton is the thief. But is he also the murderer?
We found Lynette Doyle's real pearl necklace in your cabin. There's no doubt. You are the thief.
I suspected you had found the necklace.
Not now.
Sir, come quickly. There's been another death. This saloon.
Oh, sorry, what?
This is horrible. I don't understand. She was reading there just 10 minutes ago. I stepped out and when I came back, I found her like this.
Huh.
I can already say that Louise Bourget had her throat cut with a sharp object. The $100 notes are nowhere to be seen. And this telegram with a coded message.
So this telegram was clearly intended for the killer I'm looking for. Louise Bourget could be Emmy's killer.
No, I understand how you could come to that conclusion. But this telegram was not intended for Louise Bourget. It was for someone else.
I'm sorry, Mr. Poirot.
Alright, we're at chapter 8, The Village. Alright, I have my goggles on and I'm ready to play. My name is Sloth154 and welcome back to Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile. We are chasing...
He couldn't outrun the Jeep, so he slashed the tires.
Oh, he slashed the tires. Okay, we are currently in the middle of investigating Lynette Doyle's death. Lynette was shot in the head, but during our investigation, we figured out that this guy right here, who's running from us, is the spider who killed Jane's friend and other people. So we're chasing him down. I don't know what her plan is. Very colorful village. Also, they have a base here, so we have to be quick.
The village, of course. He'll be looking for transportation. He didn't have time to go far. He has to be hiding here. Someone has to have seen a stranger.
Yeah, so we are chasing down the spider. I don't know what Jane's plan is, but we are going to catch him and bring him to justice, I believe. Do they speak English?
Me, did you see a man run by here?
طبعا أنا شايفه. البرتقال بتاعي كان جاري بسرعة ورماه على الأرض.
Which way did he go?
من هناك لاقيه وادهولي بالشلوت.
Oh, I don't know what he said, but I think he's rooting for me.
Or he's calling you stupid. But before we catch him, I'm gonna pet that dog. So if you end up liking this video, comment, like, and subscribe. It does help the channel. check out the description. I'll have a link to the playlist for this series and other games I played on my channel. Tell me in the comment section what you think about the game, and any game where you feel like a chase was kind of useless. They wanted us to get to the village. They didn't have to make the chase. No. We could just follow the trail of destruction, but I want to look around a little bit. Oh, a Jeep. And a tiny mustache.
This rocks.
Oh. Wasn't what I was going after, but I wanted this.
Another little treasure for my collection.
Excuse me, did you see a man run by here?
راح من هناك.
I didn't notice this door.
Hello, miss. May I help you?
I hope so. I believe a man came in here a few minutes ago.
This is an official office for the mail. Who are you to ask me about other customers?
A detective.
I'm a detective in pursuit of a dangerous criminal.
I'm very sorry. The regulations, you see, they are very strict.
He gave you a message, didn't he? I need to see it.
I'm very sorry, but I have to close.
Wait.
I'm not through with you yet.
Damn it!
Yeah, I would have just kicked it in.
Are you mad?
What part of dangerous criminal don't you seem to fucking understand? Tiny mustache.
Found you.
Cover blown, the goods must be shipped now. Bring the truck from a swan as soon as possible. I'm waiting for you at the Red Salamander.
Riquetti is laying low somewhere nearby. I need to find him before he disappears again. It's surprising he didn't use their message encryption system.
He must have been in a hurry.
Scared. I like him scared.
I don't. That's how people end up doing something stupid.
What's this story about a red salamander?
I don't know what you're talking about. Leave me alone.
Slap him a few times.
Never mind, I'll manage on my own.
Really? I
Thanks for
guess
your
because I
cooperation.
chose to do this the right way, we aren't gonna slap him.
When I think that I almost missed it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not too attentive right now. Red Salamander. Found it.
The red salamander. I found the hideout. I'm sure Riquetti's there. At last, it's payback time.
We should have slashed the tires on the Jeep. Okay. Oh, I'm good. Oh, okay, too slow. Well, we're dead. I made the wrong choice. We're too far away. Oh, she is quick. We finally got her a gun.
Stop!
Shoot him in the leg.
Crap!
Oh, we shot him in the shoulder. She's a good shot. This might be a short chapter. If it's really short, I'll just fuse this in the next chapter. This is heavily action oriented. They didn't want to animate her jumping over the thing, so they did that cut right there. Ricchetti, you've been shot. Let's
Ricchetti,
get you packed
give it
up.
You're trapped.
Wow, that's really dark.
He is injured. He won't get far.
He's gonna be around the pillar trying to knock you down. Oh, Ricchetti. It seems your blood has betrayed you. Kick him in the nuts. No, actually, just put your finger in that hole. Seeing as there's no front exit wound.
It's over for you. You've killed all you're going to kill.
I didn't kill that servant, and I didn't kill that stupid rich bitch. Why would I? I barely knew them.
Cut the crap. I know you're the spider. And Emmy Duns. Maybe you barely knew her too? You just killed her for the thrill of it?
Duns? Name doesn't ring a bell?
August 3rd, 1974 in London. You shot her in the street because she had enough evidence to close down AWL.
Ah, the Chinese restaurant here. Is that what this is all about? She was snooting around too much for some friends of mine to let her continue. A friend of yours?
She was much more than that, you bastard.
Listen to me. It was a simple contract. Nothing personal.
Who at the Spire ordered the murder?
All I can tell you is that Kapoor alerted us that your girlfriend was threatening the organisation. They sent me.
Who is they?
They didn't sign a purchase order.
In that case, what? Am I going to have to settle for you? That suits me fine. At least I'll have avenged Emmy.
Do what you think is necessary. I can't stop you now. But know that I'm sorry for your friend. It was just business. It wasn't personal.
To you, it wasn't personal. You know, just pistol whip him a few times.
Get up.
I can't do it alone.
I'm gonna flip a coin because that seems like a bad idea. And the coin will decide for me. I'm gonna flip it now. We are going to help Ricchetti.
Ouch! Thank you.
All right, let's go.
That decision was made by the coin, and the coin has decided. Yeah, this is really short, so I'm gonna kind of mold these. Yep, chapter 8. We're just gonna name it this episode chapter 9. This is chapter 9, so we're just gonna mold 8 and 9 together and just call it chapter 9. It's gonna look confusing for you guys, but it'll make sense once you see how many videos there are.
Where's Ricchetti? He was right there. He's gone.
Yeah, Ricchetti doesn't really use knives, so it makes sense that he didn't kill the...
I'm sorry, Mr. Poirot.
I forgot her name already. The maid.
Of course. Miss Royce, good luck.
Yeah, it's time to figure out who killed.
Another murder?
Yes.
Oui, monsieur. Another murder. And for the second time, Poirot has arrived too late. Focus, Poirot. Summarize what you know. First, Mademoiselle Bourget was slashed by a thin, extremely sharp object, possibly a scalpel. Then we have a torn piece of currency found clutched in her hand.
That's USDA.
Next, we have a ribbon from a bundle of $10,000 notes found on the floor. Finally, there is a telegram intended for Monsieur Ricchetti among the victim's belongings. A telegram that was very incriminating for him. These tell a story. Possibly more than one. Time to put the pieces together.
Okay. So we're gonna investigate the death of Louis Bourget. We already have 2 connections. The money. The murderer snatched the bundle.
Well done.
Yeah, the murderer snatched a bundle of cash.
Almost.
Oh.
What talent.
Louis Bourget has stolen an interrogating telegram. The murderer snatched it. Louis wanted to blackmail Guido Ricchetti.
Right.
So she's a blackmailer. Pause real quick. Let's do this. Carl Bessinger. So we need to talk to Dr. Bessinger.
Doctor's kit would undoubtedly contain a scalpel. Possibly more than one. And in fact, this was confirmed by Miss Royce, who searched his cabin. I'll need to question him. Excellent detective.
All right, so there's 2 people we can who had access to that room. 3 actually. What's her name? What was her name again? Jacqueline Doyle and
Tell me, Tarek, what were you doing at the time of Miss Bourget's death?
I was on the deck near the gangway. The captain had asked me to stand guard.
Yeah, we know about
And
that.
you didn't see anything unusual or unexpected?
Not really. I saw Mr. Hayashi and Mr. Allerton leave the saloon together. Mr. Hayashi called out to me to ask if I wanted to play billiards, but I declined. After all, I was on duty, no time for games.
Okay, good to know. Mr. Hayashi, are you okay? Because I know you're not good with this kind of stuff.
Mr. Hayashi, what can you tell me about Mademoiselle Bourget's death?
Let me see. I spent the afternoon playing billiards with Tim. Miss Bourget was reading in a corner of the saloon. When you summoned Tim, I went out with him to find someone else to play. Miss Bourget was perfectly fine when we left her.
And then?
Outside, I saw the steward, Tarek, on the deck. I asked him if he could play, but he was on duty. I kind of expected that. Then I saw Mr. Riquetti on the bow. I went over and asked him if he was up for a game. We chatted for 10 minutes or so. He finally agreed to play. We went back to the saloon together, and that's when we found Miss Bourget dead.
Okay, good to know.
Don't be in such a rush.
Wait,
Pearl.
what?
This room may still contain more to uncover.
Really? Oh yeah, she's not done yet. Oh.
This is where I found Mr. Riquetti's encrypted telegram.
Alright, let's see. Alright. Oh, a puzzle. We've already gotten that far. So... So these two leave. This. 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 This.
Ah, that doesn't work.
This time. Oh, thank God.
One less puzzle to solve. My little gray cells did not let me down.
But I did, Mr. Perot. It's recording. Okay, so we have a connection. So Riquetti couldn't have killed her. She wanted to blackmail him, but he didn't kill her. All right.
It's at times like this when I miss my good friend Hastings. Miss Royce would be a good choice, but alas, she pursues her own destiny just now. You will have to do.
What? What do you mean?
Your job is to listen. Follow my reasoning closely if you can. I know that Louis Bourget wanted to blackmail Mr. Riquetti with his telegram. But I also know that you, Tarek, and Mr. Riquetti have alibis. None of you could have killed Mademoiselle Bourget. Yet, there was certainly a tidy sum paid for blackmail.
She was already blackmailing
Where
someone.
could that money be now?
No.
Very well. Let me think. Well, it seems obvious then that Louise was blackmailing someone else.
Excellent.
Hey, I got that right.
Louis Bourget must have been blackmailing both Riquetti and another person on his boat, connected to another case. Which one?
The death of Lynette Doyle.
The murder of Mrs. Doyle?
Exactly. The victim of the blackmail could have simply paid. But if their secret were ever revealed, they'd risk the death penalty. They couldn't take that chance. But what had Louise Bourget discovered?
The hiding place of the murder weapon, or the identity of the murderer.
Louise had discovered the identity of the murderer.
Precisely. Louise knew who murdered Mrs. Doyle. She wanted to blackmail that person instead of telling me. Instead of getting paid by the killer, she paid with her life.
Greed kills.
What about Riquetti?
I'm afraid Miss Bourget saw the rewards of blackmail, but not the danger. She must have planned to blackmail Riquetti as well. But she was killed before she could.
Of course. You're right, Monsieur Poirot. It's brilliant.
It's also terrible.
I know.
Alright, we got that mystery down.
Clearly, the deaths of Mrs. Doyle and Miss Bourget are connected. It's possible that the same person murdered both women. Investigating Mrs. Doyle's death will surely lead me to Miss Bourget's killer. Mr. Tarek, could you move the body to the cold storage in the hold?
Do what? Yes, sir. Forgive me. The usual request I expect to receive is more like, may I have another glass of wine?
It's time for me to speak with Dr. Bessner.
Oh, good doctor.
Dr. Bessner, sorry to disturb you. Mr. Doyle, how are you?
My leg is in pain, but Bessner has some marvelous little pills in that bag of his that help.
His condition has worsened. He has a fever. We really need to get him to the Aswan hospital as soon as possible.
Yes, it won't be long now. We're waiting for Miss Royce to return before we leave. In the meantime, could you show me your scalpels, please? I want to see if you might be missing one.
Missing one? I assure you I take great care of my instruments.
Louise Bourget was found with her throat slashed by a small, thin, sharp weapon. Probably a scalpel.
Do you think I, Carl Bessner, who is so well known all over Austria, I, with my clinics, my highly born patients, I have killed a miserable little femme de chambre?
No.
But it is ridiculous, absurd what you say. None of my knives are missing. Not one, I tell you. They're all here, correct in their places. You can see for yourself.
Dr. Besser, you're missing one. This is his surgical bag. It's gone.
As expected, a scalpel is missing. Dr. Bessner, you are missing a scalpel.
Was? This insult to my profession I will not forget.
We're not insulting you. Someone stole one of your scalpels.
You've put the old boys back up.
There you are, Monsieur Poirot. It is most important. I have vital information. Mr. Doyle, I know who killed your wife.
What?
My theories are completely vindicated. The deep, primeval, primordial
Just shout the name.
causes. It may appear impossible, fantastic, but it is the truth.
Do I understand that you have evidence in your possession to show who killed Mrs. Doyle?
Certainly I have. You will agree, will you not, that whoever killed Louise Bourget also killed Lynette Doyle? That the two crimes were committed by one and the same hand?
Well,
You
two
mean
hands.
You have a theory as to who killed Louise Bourget?
No, I have exact knowledge. I saw the person with my own eyes.
For God's sake, start at the beginning.
And tell us who it is.
Who killed Louise Bourget, you say?
I will tell you exactly what occurred. I went to the rooftop bar to get
Tell me the name.
something to help me sleep. I did not wish my daughter to know of it. She tends to disapprove. As I was saying, I was on the terrace when I saw. I didn't think anything of it, of course. But when I learned that Louise had died in the saloon, I understood everything.
You understood, but I can't understand anything. Calm down. Start over from the beginning. In detail.
Just say who.
Yes. As I was at the top of the terrace stairs, about to go down, I saw the murderer. It was...
Oh. That's not a good sound.
What the hell was that?
Was that a gunshot?
What's going on?
Someone was just shot. How's that hard to understand?
Good heavens, Poirot. What's going on?
Did you see anyone run past just now?
No.
Don't move from here.
Oh, well, but oh.
The murderer has vanished. Again.
Another murder? Who was it this time?
I'm sorry.
My God. Mother!
I am so sorry. This is another instance where I'm glad I don't have a face cam because I am grinning a little bit.
What did you see?
Nothing. I was looking at the Nile on the other side of the starboard deck. I heard a gunshot and rushed over. Probably not the smartest move.
No.
Did you run into anyone?
No, no one. Why I was running towards someone firing a gun, I'll never know.
If the instinct overcomes you again, I would resist it. And you, Mrs. Allett?
I was reading in my cabin. I heard the noise and peeped outside. I wish I could help, but I saw no one.
Thank you, madame.
Okay.
Did you see anything?
No. I was in your cabin with Rosalie.
What?
As you had requested.
Oh, wait,
We
what?
were talking when we heard the gunshot.
Oh,
Rosalie went
that's right.
right to
We
the ghost and
figured
rushed
out he was the
outside.
jewel thief
I
and we had
followed.
him stay there.
I heard the shot, shouting, and went out. But I didn't see anyone either.
It's horrible. Poor Rosalie.
Yes, this cruise feels less upon the Nile and more upon the river Styx.
Okay.
Miss Otterborn, I share your sorrow. I will need to examine the crime scene. Perhaps some fresh air would do you good?
Sorry I have to be cold and callous about this.
A bullet to the head. Behind the left ear, a large caliber. She died instantly. Another life gone on this cursed boat.
What a horror. You were close to the door, and you really didn't see anything?
No, not even a shadow.
Poirot, I beg you, do something.
Another murder. The killer laughs at Poirot. It is a nightmare.
We're gonna find out who did this.
Did you witness anything that may help?
You may not believe me, but after your outrageous accusations, I went to calm down on deck. I was at the stern, alone, when I heard the gunshot. I couldn't see anything from where I was. These ladies then arrived.
Yes, we heard the shot. We came to see what was happening, and now there's another dead body. I have to get off this boat.
Calm down, Cousin Marie, please.
We were together, coming up from the lower deck. We didn't see anything at all.
Okay. Now we have to talk to... Oh, there's the gun.
The barrel is still warm. It's definitely the murder weapon. I've seen this pistol somewhere before.
I think it's, Okay. Let's get into the Mind Palace. A lot of people died near the end here. Memories of the murder weapon inside there.
Miss Royce told me she saw this pistol in Mr. Pennington's cabin. I'll need to question him once I'm done here. He should still be in the lounge.
Okay.
Another victory for Poirot, of course.
So that one was easy. She knew the identity of Lynette Doyle, Louise Burgett's murder.
She was about to reveal who she saw enter the saloon to kill Louise. It's certainly the same person who silenced her before she could speak. Who is the world's greatest detective?
Not me. Here. Wait, what? Where's the murder? Right there. So it's one of the 3 rooms down that way.
Given the bullet impact behind Mrs. Otterbourne's left ear, the killer must have been to her left.
And they ran to the left.
The killer must have fled towards the front of the boat. Otherwise, I would have seen them pass by the door. Precisely. Is that applause I hear?
No, I'm just gassy. There's one more connection somewhere. Right here. Okay. And this is... Andrew Pennington is a suspect in both murders. So we need to interview him. All right. They hid in the cabin. They fled to the front of the boat, jumped into the water, escaped over the
I
railing.
need to arrange my thoughts in order.
Oh, this one.
The human animal never fails to surprise me. Other animals will run when they hear a shot. With humans, you can never depend on them being so rational. The killer had few ways to escape. I can rule out the possibility that they jumped into the water. Everyone would have heard the splash. I can also rule out the suspects who are at the stern. It's clear the killer fled towards the bow. Therefore, the killer is now either on the upper deck among the present passengers, or they jumped to the lower deck and are hiding there.
Okay.
Who else could have succeeded?
It's good to know. So we have our list of suspects.
Please, let me through. I was informed of what happened. It's terrible. My sincere condolences, miss.
They should be really glad this isn't the era of online reviews, because they would have been
What can
tanked.
I do to help, Mr. Poirot?
We need to place Mrs. Otterbourne's body in the cold storage with the others. But most importantly, we must ensure the safety of the other passengers.
I'll see to Mrs. Otterbourne immediately. Tarek, Samir, come help me.
Thank you, Captain. Then please stay on the alert.
Don't you worry. My crew and I will be vigilant.
Okay.
How is Mr. Doyle?
The fever has worsened, but I've just given him an antibiotic, and Miss Bowers is watching over him. There's nothing more we can do for now.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Pennington, I need to ask you.
Mr. Pennington.
I need to ask you a few questions. Important questions. Actually, let's start this.
Everyone's on edge. I've never experienced anything like this.
Yeah, it's weird.
Mr. Pennington, didn't you hear a gunshot?
I've been thinking about it, yes. I may have. Someone was shot?
Mrs. Otterborn. She's dead.
Mrs. Otterborn? Who on earth would want to shoot that harmless old lady?
Someone who brought a gun aboard.
His pistol.
It's your pistol that killed Mrs. Otterborn.
My pistol? Really? Is that an accusation? I haven't moved since the last time we spoke. And anyway, everyone knew I kept a gun in my cabin. I mentioned it at dinner.
It's true. He showed his gun to Mr. Hayashi last night.
The fuck?
Restaurant.
When the hell did that happen? Was I not paying attention?
He could have stolen it from his cabin, especially since it wasn't particularly well hidden.
Besides, why would I want to kill her?
She knew who murdered.
There is an obvious motive, monsieur. Mrs. Otterborn was killed because she knew who murdered Miss Bourget. She had to die just as she was about to reveal their identity.
So you really think I'm the killer?
No.
I admit, it would be a pleasure to solve this mystery by accusing you. But I know you're not the murderer. Mr. Ferguson was at the end of the deck, near the lounge. Either he saw no one or he's lying. And then he's our murderer, which logically means it's not you. And if he's telling the truth, it proves you didn't leave the lounge. Either way, his testimony clears you.
At last, some sanity. Since you're not the police, would you kindly let me have my pistol back?
No.
I suggest you take better care of it. And do not be so very pleased with yourself, monsieur. You and I are not done yet.
Also, that's the murder weapon. That's evidence. You don't give evidence back. Wait, complete.
I've exhausted all the possible leads I had regarding Mrs. Otterborn's murder. It's obviously connected to Lynette Doyle. But how? I must return to her death. Solving that will lead me to whomever turned this cruise into a nightmare.
Little mustache. Little mustache. All right, so we're back on the death of... Damn it!
Tragedies, I have not had a single moment to reflect calmly. I must revisit details, and I know of a good place to start. Tim Allerton gave me a piece of information that seemed trivial to him, but awakened my little gray cells. But before I could investigate, we were interrupted by the death of Miss Bourget.
Let's see. He heard the splash at 12:26.
What was it now? Ah, yes.
I'm glad this is all happened in one record session.
12:26 a.m.
Because I would not have remembered that this was a few days
However,
past.
Miss Otterborn admitted to throwing her mother's bottles overboard at 1:10 a.m. near the stern. 2 splashes, 2 objects thrown into the water last night. I need to find out what the first one was.
Okay, now I can grab this.
Ah, my collection is growing.
I nowhere near have all of them, but it was still good to find them. Oh. I'm so sorry.
I'm so very sorry, mademoiselle.
She's completely in shock.
Take good care of her, young man.
Okay. Can't talk to her. Retrieve what was thrown into the water at 12:26. Okay. So to the lower deck we go. It would have been thrown over on this side.
The starboard side of the ship, Poirot. The bow. The splash was on the right-hand side, at the front.
Listen, I just use left, right, front, and back. Stop using nautical terms. I'm not a sailor. Never have been, never will be. By choice. If I'm ever forced into piracy, it's probably my own fault.
Perfect. From here, I should be able to dredge up whatever was thrown into the water.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you very much.
I've brought what's needed to dredge the bottom, as you requested.
Thank you very much. Let's get to work. We shouldn't waste any time. I'll guide you.
Okay, let's do this. Really deep. I have to thank Pokemon for my ability to do this.
Wonderful. A successful catch indeed. Let's see what treasures you found for us.
We found the murder weapon.
A can. It must have been down there for years.
Paint stripped off yet another shoe.
A worn shoe, falling to pieces. It serves some foot well.
We found the other shoe.
A Morse code bracelet. What an odd place to find such a thing.
Huh.
A plastic bottle, thoughtfully tossed overboard by a tourist, no doubt.
Insensitive.
These colors. I've seen this scarf somewhere before.
Yes, we have.
It has a hole with burn marks on the edges. This handkerchief is quite ordinary, not expensive. It's stained red. Blood? No. After a night at the bottom of the Nile, the color should have faded. But the stain is still bright red, as if it were just May.
I see.
It looks more like red ink.
I see. And the 22.
There you are. The infamous revolver of Mr. Belfort. And the presumed murder weapon.
All right.
3 bullets are missing. 3?
Okay, 3 shots. Okay, we're starting to get it together.
I finally know what was thrown at 12:26 a.m. A torn scarf, a stained handkerchief, and Mr. Belfort's revolver with 3 missing bullets. The pieces of the puzzle are coming together.
So, do you know who the killer is, Mr. Poirot?
Almost, Samir.
Almost.
Thanks to this fruitful catch, I can now draw some new conclusions.
All right.
A certain scoundrel has been laughing at Poirot, but laughter dies swiftly in a hangman's noose.
All right, let's get this brain working. Gunshots. Gunshots were heard last night. It's like people who were shot at. this person, and this person. Only 2 people were shot at, but there were 3 bullets missing.
According to witness testimonies and my analysis of the crime scene, there were only 2 shots that night. The one fired by Miss de Belfort, which wounded Simon Doyle, and the one that killed Lynette Doyle. Who is the world's greatest detective?
Not me. Probably you. Scarf analysis. And that belonged to Marie Van Schuler. It's the
This
scarf she was missing
Van Schuler.
in the last
Disappeared from
episode.
the lounge the night before Mrs. Doyle's murder.
Close range shots went off through the scarf. It acted as a silencer.
Given the size
Suppressor.
of the hole and the burn marks around it, it is clear someone fired a small caliber bullet at this scarf at close range. My little gray cells did not let me down.
Alright, let's get this last one. Tomato sauce, pink nail polish.
When I inspected Mrs. Doyle's cabin, I remember seeing a nail polish bottle labeled pink, yet the liquid inside was clearly red. The contents of that bottle deserves a closer look.
Okay.
Another victory for Poirot, of course.
But that also explains why the, what's it called? The, bottle, the can of tomatoes was always there. Always inspectable. Let's go examine that.
An unoccupied cabin. It has no story to tell.
Listen, there's a lot of rooms on this boat. I'm doing my best. Yeah,
The
it's
atmosphere in Madame Doyle's stateroom is thick with tragedy.
it's still weird that they had 2 separate rooms, even if they're right next to each other.
My memory was correct. This doesn't smell like nail polish at all. Or blood. It's red ink.
Okay. Back to the Mine Palace. 3 shots were fired with Jacqueline de Belfort's. Oh, okay. 2 gunshots were heard. A 3rd shot was fired on the night of the murder, but no one heard it.
Exactly, that's it.
Shot through the scarf. It was used to muffle the sound of the gunshot.
Et voila. I now have all the facts I need to reconstruct the events of the night Lynette Doyle was murdered.
All right, let's do this.
And with the help of my little gray cells, I will solve the murder of Mrs. Doyle.
All right, so 12:21. So he was here. She was here. He was here. Oh, that's right. She ran out here to get help. And the nurse and the doctor were asleep. Dr. Bessinger and Nurse Allerton. So he was suffering. Revolver's right there. Sleep. Still asleep. Missing something. This is when Cornelia went to get... No, wrong one. This is where Nurse Bowers woke up. Nope. Oh, okay. So I can put these two here. Really? Oh, wait, what? If I put him here, that fixes it. No one saw Louise Bourget. Okay, now I get it. So let's switch this with this. Put him here. Put him here. Put her right here. Okay, I got that right. So, what do I have? So 3 shots fired. He didn't throw it from here. Louise Brigette. Let's put Simon here. Doctor was still asleep, I believe. Let's put the nurse here. The Belfour here. Let's see. No, let's put Hayashi leaves. She watches. She goes back downstairs. Okay, I got that. Thank God I'm recording. No, he wouldn't use the scar. Would he? So let's put Jacqueline there. What? I know, damn it. Nurse. Miss Cornelia. The doctor. And Yamal right here. Got it. Still crying on the bed. The nurse is still observing her. This is when he throws the revolver. These two are walking here. I was looking at the wrong thing. And she leaves the cabin. What am I missing? Oh, I got their order mixed up. So the doctor goes here. The Amal goes in front. Wait, what? Oh, God. There we go. So that's the murder of Lynette Doyle.
Samir, would you be so kind as to gather all the passengers in the lounge as quick as you can?
Make sure they can't run away.
Even Mr. Doyle? In his condition?
Drag him if you must.
It is absolutely crucial that
Just
all the passengers
twist your leg in the wound. Twist your thumb in the wound.
Counting on you.
Wake him up. Get him in there. We'll get him the treatment he needs eventually.
Miss Royce, finally here you are. We were starting to worry.
Good evening, Captain. Is there somewhere secure where we can lock up Mr. Riccati?
Yes.
Mr. Riccati? So he's the murderer? He was always so polite.
He's a
I
murderer.
haven't killed anyone on this stupid boat. Contact the authorities. She kidnapped me.
He's a professional hitman, extremely dangerous. He killed my partner.
I understand. I am very sorry. Let me think. You understand we've already got the ship's mechanic locked up. Well, I suppose the second storeroom in the hold should do.
Do you have a key?
Yes, of course. But this is supposed to be a pleasure boat, not a present ship.
You always have to have a galley, what's it called? A brig ready for unruly guests. And duct tape. Duct tape will work
him back
well.
to the boat. He's tied and locked up down below.
I see. Congratulations, mademoiselle. You are to be commended for your tenacity as well as your bravery.
Enough about me. What about you? Have you made progress on Louise's murder? Riccati claims it wasn't him.
For once, he is telling the truth. He may be a murderer, but he's not our murderer. The best proof is that there was another murder on the boat during your absence. Mrs. Otterborn is dead.
Oh no, that poor lady. Who did it?
I was just about to answer that question. Everyone should be gathered in the lounge. If you wouldn't mind heading there, I'll join you shortly.
All right, I'll go ahead.
All right. So we're going to reveal the murderer this episode. So this might be the last episode. Everyone's gathered.
Nobody's going through that door, sir. You can trust me.
All right, let's do this.
I see that everyone is here. Even Mr. Doyle.
I hope you have a good reason for moving Mr. Doyle.
Yes.
He is in very bad shape, as I've mentioned more than once, mein Herr.
I'll be fine. I want to hear what Mr. Poirot has discovered about Lynette's murder.
Thank you, monsieur. Now then, when we first began our investigation, we had two hypotheses. The first was that the murder was not premeditated. The killer witnesses the scene between Mr. Belfort and Mr. Doyle, waits for everyone to leave the lounge, grabs the revolver that was under the chair, and shoots Lynette Doyle.
But there's a problem with
Second
that.
Hypothesis was that the murder had been meticulously premeditated. Correct, Miss Royce?
Correct. Very quickly, we were able to eliminate one of these two hypotheses.
Crime was premeditated.
The murder was very carefully planned and accurately timed, with all the details meticulously worked out beforehand.
Even to the drugging of my bottle of wine on the night in question. Let us explore the elements that support this hypothesis. Miss Robson had seen Mr. Belfort fire her revolver, had seen Simon Doyle collapse onto a chair, and had seen him clasp a handkerchief to his leg.
That's exactly what I saw.
What had Mr. Hayashi heard and seen? He heard a shot, and he found Doyle with a red-stained handkerchief pressed to his leg.
I can confirm that.
What had happened then? Mr. Doyle had been very insistent that Mr. Belfort should be got away, that she should not be left alone. After that, he suggested that Mr. Hayashi should get hold of the doctor. Accordingly, Miss Robson and Mr. Hayashi go out with Mr. Belfort, and for the next 5 minutes, they are busy on the port side of the deck. Miss Bowers, Dr. Bessner's, and Mr. Belfort's cabins are all on the port side.
So someone had 5 minutes alone to go and kill Mrs. Doyle.
But who?
Simon Doyle.
Simon Doyle.
It is foolish, that. Do you think a man with a fractured bone and a splint on his leg could go walking about the boat and killing people? I tell you, it was impossible for Simon Doyle to leave my cabin.
But yes, the thing seems impossible, but it's nonetheless true. During my investigation, I managed to retrieve Mr. Belfort's revolver, which had been thrown into the water. It was wrapped in a stained handkerchief. To an untrained eye, this stain could have been mistaken for blood. But Hercule Poirot's eyes are not untrained.
They're very well trained.
The stain was in fact red ink, contained in one of Mrs. Doyle's bottles of nail polish.
So when Miss Robson and Mr. Hayashi saw Mr. Belfort shoot Mr. Doyle,
it was a
and
blank.
He writhed so piteously in pain from his injury. It was all a show.
Simon wasn't injured.
It was all staged. Mr. Doyle used that handkerchief soaked in red ink to make it look like he was bleeding from a bullet in his leg. He managed to fool everyone.
But I carried him. I clearly saw that he was in real pain.
Absolutely correct. He was indeed injured when you carried him.
He shot himself.
He just said that.
Patience, if you please. We're getting to the boldest part of this plan. As I mentioned earlier, after Mr. Belfort fired her shot, Mr. Doyle insisted that Miss Robson and Mr. Hayashi remove her from the lounge. Now he is alone. 2 minutes are all that Simon Doyle needs. He picks up the pistol from under the sofa, runs like a hare silently along the starboard deck, enters his wife's cabin, creeps up to her as she lies asleep, shoots her through the head, puts the bottle that has contained the red ink away, and runs back. But what does he do next?
He shoots himself in the leg.
He sits back down in his chair and shoots himself in the leg. That is the moment when he's truly injured.
But what about the gunshot? We should have heard it, just like the first one. I even heard a splash in the water, which makes far less noise.
Well observed, my young friend. Mr. Doyle used an object to muffle the sound of the gunshot.
Marie Van Schuyler's scarf.
Remember, on the night of the murder, Miss Van Schuyler had lost her scarf. In fact, it was Simon Doyle who stole it and hid it under a cushion, setting the stage for his crime.
Scoundrel! How dare you involve me in your nasty schemes?
We fished the scarf, the handkerchief, and Mr. Belfort's revolver from the Nile. As you can see, the scarf has a hole ringed with powder burns, caused by a bullet fired at close range. You, Dr. Bessner, examined Lynette Doyle's body. You will remember that the wound showed signs of scorching. That is to say that the pistol had been placed close against the head before being fired.
So, that is exact.
Now, thanks to this scarf, we know that the gunshot was muffled. This also wasn't the shot that killed Lynette Doyle, because as we also now know that the burn marks on her skin means the gun's barrel was placed very close to her skin with nothing in between. It also could not have been the shot Mr. Belfort fired at Simon Doyle. as no one mentioned anything about it sounding muffled. Given these facts, the conclusion is quite clear. A third shot was fired that night. The third missing bullet from the revolver.
You make it sound so simple and logical.
Because it is, Monsieur Ferguson. Miss Van Schuler's scarf was used to muffle the sound of the gunshot when Mr. Doyle shot himself in the leg.
But that's not the end of the revolver's journey.
He throws it out the window.
Mr. Doyle wrapped the revolver in the stained handkerchief, then put everything in the scarf and tossed the bundle out the window into the Nile.
And that's the splash I heard.
Exactly, Mr. Allerton. It required very precise timing, but Monsieur Doyle acted coldly and swiftly, just as he did when he murdered his wife.
Why are you
certainly
shocked?
live up to your reputation, Mr. Poirot. Your theories are quite spectacular, but something is bothering me. If I am the villainous murderer who killed his wife, how do you explain the murders of Louise and Mrs. Otterbourne? What fantasies have you cooked up to explain how I could have managed those? And why? According to your theory, I was well and truly injured and bedridden in the care of Dr. Bessner all day.
Not all
In fact,
day.
you are my alibi. I was even in the same room as you when poor Mrs. Otterbourne was killed.
You're absolutely right, Mr. Doyle. I hope you didn't think I was done. Let us move on to the murders of those unfortunate women.
So, he is connected to those murders, yes.
You couldn't have killed Miss Bourget and Mrs. Otterbourne, Mr. Doyle. But you're not entirely innocent of their deaths either. Remember when Louise came to testify? When I asked her if she had seen anything the previous night, she gave this curious answer. Naturally, if I had been unable to sleep, if I had mounted the stairs, then perhaps I might have seen this assassin, this monster, enter or leave Madame's cabin. Now, what exactly did that tell us?
Louise Bourget wanted to blackmail Simon Doyle.
Miss Bourget lied when she said she saw nothing. She had indeed seen the murderer, Mr. Doyle, enter Lynette's cabin. But instead of coming to me, she preferred to profit from her knowledge. She tried to blackmail Mr. Doyle. She sent her carefully worded message, and he responded, "You'll be quite all right. I'll look after you."
Secret codes now? Really? Ridiculous. And you're still not answering my question. How could I have killed Louise in the saloon when I could barely walk?
He had an accomplice.
It's very simple. If you didn't kill Louise Bourget, then you must have had an accomplice.
Not the doctor. I don't know why you're all looking around. There's only one person who would really do it.
An accomplice? Are you accusing me?
No. Yes.
This accomplice can be none other than Jacqueline de Belfort.
What?
Yeah, guys, she didn't shoot him. Were you not listening?
I beg your pardon. You're insane.
As I say, it was a very cleverly planned and well thought out piece of work. It could not be chance that Simon Doyle had a bottle of red ink in his pocket. No, it must be design. It was not chance that he had a plain, unmarked handkerchief with him. It was not chance that Jacqueline de Belfort's foot kicked the pistol under the settee, where it would be out of sight and unremembered until later.
So you truly believe that Miss de Belfort and Mr. Doyle are accomplices?
Certainly, the two halves of the murderer. What gave Simon his alibi?
The gunshot fired by Jacqueline de Belfort.
It's the bullet that Miss de Belfort fired into Mr. Doyle's leg that provided him with an alibi. Even if left alone, he wouldn't have been able to crawl to his wife's cabin to kill her. But Miss de Belfort didn't actually hit Mr. Doyle with that shot. He pretended to be injured, so crawling wasn't necessary. Now let's move on to the shooter. What gives Jacqueline de Belfort her alibi?
Simon insisted strongly that she be properly washed over.
Mr. Doyle was insistent that Miss de Belfort was never to be left alone from the moment of the gunshot until this morning. That gave her a rock-solid alibi for the murder of Mrs. Doyle.
There, between the two of them, you get all the qualities you require. The cool, resourceful planning brain, Jacqueline de Belfort's brain, and the man of action to carry it out with incredible swiftness and timing.
Look at it the right way, and it answers every question. Simon Doyle and Jacqueline had been lovers. Realise that they are still lovers, and it is all clear. Simon does away with his rich wife, inherits her money, and in due course will marry his old love. It was all very ingenious.
The persecution of Mrs. Doyle by Jacqueline, all part of the plan. Simon's pretended rage. Then one night, on this boat, I thought I heard Simon and Lynette outside my cabin. He was saying, "We've got to go through with it now." It was Doyle, all right, but it was to Jacqueline he was speaking. The final drama was perfectly planned and timed. There was a sleeping draft for me, in case I might put an inconvenient finger in the pie. There was selection of Miss Robson as a witness. The working up of the scene. Miss de Belfort's exaggerated remorse and frenzies. She made a good deal of noise in case the shot should be heard. In truth, it was an extraordinarily clever idea.
It would have worked too if it wasn't for you meddling mustachioed detective.
Says so. Mr. Hayashi says so. And when Simon's leg is examined, he has indeed been shot. It looks unanswerable. For both of them, there is a perfect alibi. At the cost, it is true, of a certain amount of pain and risk to Simon Doyle. But it is necessary that his wound should definitely disable him. But then, the plan goes wrong. Someone sees Mr. Doyle enter his wife's cabin.
Louise Bourget.
Louise Bourget.
Bourget.
Wakeful. She has come up the stairway, and she has seen Simon Doyle run along to his wife's cabin and come back. So she makes her greedy bid for hush money and, in so doing, signs her death warrant.
But Mr. Doyle couldn't have killed her.
No. The other partner did that murder. As soon as he could, Simon Doyle asks to see Jacqueline. He even asks me to leave them alone together. He tells her of the new danger. They must act at once. He knows where Bessner's scalpels are kept. And still, all is not well. For Mrs. Otterbourne has seen Jacqueline go to the saloon, and she comes hot foot to tell Simon about it. Jacqueline is the murderess. Do you remember how Simon shouted at the poor woman?
He went to alert Jacqueline de Belfort.
Nerves, we thought. But the door was open, and he was trying to convey the danger to his accomplice. She heard, and she acted like lightning. She remembered Pennington had talked about a revolver.
A pistol.
She got hold of it, crept up outside the door, listened, and at the critical moment, fired. She boasted once that she was a good shot, and her boast was not an idle one.
I mean, if you miss at that range, you deserve to go to
after
jail.
The third crime, that there were 3 ways the murderer could have gone. I meant that he could have gone aft, in which case Ferguson was the criminal. He could have gone over the side, very improbable. Or he could have gone into a cabin. Jacqueline's cabin was just 2 away from Dr. Bessner's. She had only to throw down the revolver and bolt into the cabin. It was risky, but it was the only possible chance.
That's how it all happened, my friends.
So you killed my mother, you filthy witch!
Rosalie, no. I understand, but attacking her isn't the answer.
Not yet, at least.
Come on. How can you listen to the ramblings of this old fool? His entire grand theory is based on the fancies he's made up out of whole cloth, without a shred of evidence.
You might hope it is so, young man. You insist more proof is needed? You hope Poirot is a doddering old fool? Then by all means, let's allow someone else to dodder some. Miss Royce, if you would.
What am I doing? Ha! Found it.
With pleasure. The irrefutable proof is tiny, but look here. You can see that the wood is damaged, and the bullet that caused it is still lodged in the hole. I'm sure forensics will prove that it's a .22 caliber cartridge fired from the murder weapon. This is the bullet Mr. Belfour shot at Simon Doyle. It ended up in the wall, not in his leg.
What do you gotta say now, Simon? Don't crack. Don't crack.
Damn you. Damn you both. Our plan was perfect. It took 2 meddling detectives to work it out. Jackie and I were going to be rich and happy. We deserved it.
And we derived the penalty for our failure. Simon, darling, let me speak. You were too clever for us, Mr. Poirot. That night, at Aswan, you told me not to open my heart to evil. Did you realize then what was in my mind?
I only knew that what I said was true.
It was true I could have stopped then, you know. I nearly did. I could have told Simon that I wouldn't go on with it. But then perhaps...
You wouldn't be heading towards the gallows.
Would you like to hear about it? From the beginning?
If you care.
Sure, why not? I have all the time in the world.
Really. You see, Simon and I loved each other.
And for you, love would have been enough. But not for him.
You might put it that way, perhaps. Simon always wanted money so dreadfully, and all the same, he never tried to marry anybody rich and horrid. He wasn't that sort. And then we met. Our love was obvious from the first glance. We were broke, but we wanted to get married. There we were, up against it. And then I thought of Lynette. It might make all the difference to me and Simon if she'd give him a job. It was about then that you saw us that night at Chez Ma Tante. You know, Mr. Poirot, I loved Lynette, really I did. She was my best friend, and I never dreamed that anything would ever come between us. But she went all out to get Simon away from me. I don't think she even hesitated for more than about a minute. I was her friend, but she didn't care. She just went bald-headed for Simon. That's why I'm not really sorry about her, even now. And Simon didn't care a damn about her. But he did like the thought of her money.
Greedy bastard.
And at last I suggested to him that it might be a good thing if he got rid of me and married Lynette.
You're insane.
He said, money or no money, it would be hell to be married to her. He said his idea of having money was to have it himself. He talked about it a good deal one way and another, about how convenient it would be if Lynette died. I said it was an awful idea.
What's wrong with being a sugar baby?
About it. After a bit, I saw that he'd made up his mind, and I was terrified. Simply terrified. Because you see, I realized that he'd never pull it off. He'd have no kind of subtlety about it. and he's got no imagination. So I had to come into it too, to look after him. I thought and I thought.
Honestly, they would have got away with it if they just deny.
The idea ought to be a kind of two-handed alibi. You know, Simon and I could somehow or other give evidence against each other, but actually that evidence would clear us of everything. It would be easy enough for me to pretend to hate Simon. It was quite a likely thing to happen under the circumstances. Then, if Lynette was killed, I should probably be suspected. So it would be better if I was suspected right away. We worked out details little by little. Even then, Simon went and wrote a J in blood, which was a silly, melodramatic thing to do. It's just the sort of thing he would think of. But it all went off fine. And then there was Louise.
Yes. It was not your fault that Louise Bourget could not sleep that night.
That miserable Frenchwoman tried to blackmail us. I pretended to grovel. I took her all the money we could get hold of. And then, when she was counting the money, I did it. It was quite easy. That's what's so horribly frightening about it.
Yeah, killing people is easy.
Easy. And even then, we weren't safe. Mrs. Otterborn had seen me. I'd no time to think. I just acted like a flash. It was almost exciting.
Love can be a very frightening thing.
And murder is very addictive.
Most great love stories are tragedies. Don't mind so much for me, Monsieur Poirot. After all, I've always lived hard, you know.
Jackie, I ruined everything. I'm sorry for it all, my love. If I had known all this before,
Hindsight's 2020, you weirdo.
A fool's game, and we've lost. That's all.
Look out! She took my gun.
How did she take your gun?
Adieu, mon amour.
What the hell? You could have just gone to prison.
No.
Oh God. Doctor, quick, you can still save her. I mean, it would be very messy, but he could probably save them or keep them alive till they get proper medical care. And that's the end of the death on the Nile. It ends in a murder, suicide. Alright, let's see what's next. If there's anything. Oh, epilogue. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna get this going, then I'm gonna end the episode. The epilogue. Imperial Nile Hotel, 24th of February, 1975, 7:45 p.m. Aswan, Egypt. So we're back. But yeah, as soon as I get the chance, I'm gonna end the episode.
Aswan at last. Still trying to absorb one shock after another. And how are we greeted upon our arrival? A day of police interrogation. We didn't reach the hotel until now.
Listen,
you there,
man.
I'm Mr. Pennington. Remember me? Is my room ready?
Yes, sir. Everything is ready. You are in room number 106.
Oh, it's not the same as last week? I like that one.
I assure you, sir, you won't notice the difference.
Oh, my feet are killing me. My back. The police might as well have beaten me. What brutes. Oh,
listen, lady, you haven't had your ass kicked in an interrogation room, so don't talk shit.
Yes, the police could have simply relied on Monsieur Poirot's explanations.
Oh, sure.
It would have saved us from wasting our entire day at the police station.
Fortunately, we're leaving tomorrow. They won't be seeing me in Egypt again anytime soon, I can tell you that.
Thank you for assisting me with the official statement to the police today, Miss Royce. Repeating it all for the police requires great patience.
I agree with you on that, Mr. Poirot. But I enjoyed the expressions on their faces as you explained the facts. It was my pleasure. At any rate, I understand we won't have to return there tomorrow.
No, the Egyptian police can take over from here. The narrative I provided seems to satisfy them. The case will be officially closed.
My God, I'm so hungry.
Then let's eat. All this excitement has made me quite hungry as well, my boy.
Me too.
Ladies and gentlemen, your dinner is ready to be served. If you would kindly proceed to the terrace, everything has been arranged.
Come on, let me end the episode.
What a
We'll get to the
deplorable,
credits.
exhausting day. I'm going straight back to my room to take a bath.
Mr. Poirot, I'm very sorry to disturb you, but the police commissioner just called. He would like to ask you a few more questions at the station.
What can be so urgent it can't wait until tomorrow?
I guess he's dead?
The little grey cells must have their arrest.
I'm very sorry, sir, but the commissioner himself insisted. It sounded urgent. Even now, a police car awaits you. They'll take you there.
It seems my decision has been made for me. Very
Yeah,
well.
it seems like it.
Let's go.
Thank you.
There are always a few more questions. Good luck.
It is the dotting of the I and the crossing of the T only.
Finally, a chance to swing by my room and go through that bag Riquetti kept so close.
Alright guys, so I'm gonna end this episode here. We have discovered the murderers on the death of the Nile. They took them, well, Lynette, no wait, Jacqueline decided they weren't getting taken alive, so she took herself out. The police have one person who attempted murder and the other person who's an international hitman, but that's the end of this for right now. So we're going to continue the epilogue in the next episode. I'm going to end it here. If you like this video, comment, like, and subscribe. It does help the channel. Check out the description. I'll have a link to the playlist for this series and other games I played on my channel. Tell me in the comment section what you think about the game. And do you also hate the trope where someone has critical information and if they just spit that out immediately, like what was her name? If Salome had just kicked open the door and said, "It was Jacqueline," it probably would have saved her life. If she kicked in the door and said, "I saw Jacqueline go into the parlor. I saw Jacqueline kill Louise." Yeah, so people, if you're anyone who actually makes it this far, if you ever have critical information for the group you're with, start with that. Don't preamble. Don't say, "Oh my god, you're not gonna believe." Just immediately, "Hey, I saw this person do this," because it might save your life. So I'm gonna get out of here. If you made this far in the video, Brian thanks you, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.